Well, here we are. I introduce Bill Wareham. Bill is accredited with bringing massage to New Zealand. He's the founder and the first president of the Massage Institute of New Zealand.
That's right.
And on this occasion where it's the first conference for Massage New Zealand. And it's a great privilege and honour to be with you, Bill, and to share some of your life.
It's been great to have your visits. I've enjoyed every moment.
Have you?
It's certainly changed things up here.
Right.
When you first visit.
Great. So it's brought back lots of memories.
Yes, it has.
Of your remarkable life.
Yes, so far. Yeah.
Okay, Bill, what area of massage has been closest to your heart?
The area of massage.
Yes, you've talked about working with people with strokes.
Oh, I see what
with crippled children. Is that an area that
there have
really
been some
appeals to
highlights, because I've had to work hard at it for a living,
right,
and keep a business going, as you all do.
right.
But there have been highlights, and two big highlights came after I was retired.
Really?
And when I had to spend many hours on a client with stroke, who was quite well known. And so I had to live in, because I did 5 or more hours a day for 6 days a week.
So
We'd go to church on Sunday and then start all over again, and went on for weeks and weeks until we got it gone.
So what was your primary focus on working with this person who'd had a stroke?
I knew that he wouldn't work again,
right,
and so I won't say what he did because he was very specialist.
right.
You won't work again, sir. And I said, what would you like to do? Now, he was very upset at having a stroke. Didn't want to meet people, he didn't want to sit at the table. And he gave what I thought was an arrogant answer. He said, I'd like to run.
Had you been a runner before?
No, he said it, you see, because how can you run?
Yeah.
I had to teach him how to put one foot after another. He couldn't. I had to do everything with my hands. He couldn't put that foot there. I had to put it there. He couldn't do anything. I had to lift his hands.
So you
That's where I learned to talk.
Uh-huh.
I spoke everything. For 5 hours, I told his head. And then he had to try and tell me back with actions, because he didn't like talking. And so the day came, and I had taught him how to do a little jog on the floor, a little shuffle. And so we got him into a running position down here. His wife stood halfway. I stood away down there. I opened the big doors there, and I stood down there, and I said, now you run towards me, and just run, and we'll catch you.
And he
so
ran.
I said, do you want me to run? And he said, yes. And he ran, and we caught him in our arms. And so I was able to pack up and come home. Since then, he's travelled the world.
Wow. That's amazing.
That was a highlight. Highlights, I've had so many. What about with little spastic children?
Right.
Way back in 1954, when a Czechoslovakian doctor had them in a home, like a hospital, heard about me, invited me to go there, and I worked there for a while. And with weight resistance training, etc., these little children were made stronger, and people came and exercised them, and that was a huge experience.
When we were last here, you talked about a rather famous ballet dancer that you massaged.
Yes.
Rudolph?
Oh, Rudolph Nureyev, yes.
What was his body like?
Oh, it was amazing. The physique was perfect. You see pictures of bodybuilders which look grotesquely
Very
muscular.
grotesque.
This man was in proportion. Everything about him, just as his appearance. How can I tell you? You're talking about the physique. All right.
What was
A reasonable height, not over tall,
right,
very broad shoulders, very muscular,
yeah,
a very narrow lower back, much narrower than I expected. Huge thighs, calves, the gluteal muscles were built up to about the most you could. He just looked fantastic. But that's not the only thing about Nureyev. He could stand at attention in one spot, leap into the air, put his legs wide apart, touch his toes with his hands, come back and be down standing to attention within a moment. And he would be right up in the air. His muscles were like steel, yet he was very flexible. He was solid. But Nureyev came into the place where I first met him, down a big stairway, and all the staff were waiting at the bottom to see him. And he was dressed as a toreador, a Spanish toreador, hat and all.
Was that his normal way of dressing?
No, he just dressed up. He was
the
flamboyant.
showman. Oh.
Woman would say he's flamboyant.
Right.
His hair was unruly, sticking out. He had very sharp features. He's slightly hollowed in the cheeks, sharpest nose. But big, full mouth, huge lips.
What are your hopes for massage in New Zealand, particularly with the formation of this wonderful, vital establishment, Massage New Zealand?
Well, it's been good, Helen, to see a dream come true.
Right.
Because I haven't had anybody be in touch with me for 20 years. And so I didn't think any more about massage. I've just got my own little world here.
Yes.
I didn't know what they were doing out there. Once you came and visited me and you brought that magazine, and then I was so pleased with the efforts that I got in touch with you. And then, of course, up you came to visit me. Well, now, it's a hard one because my dreams for Massage New Zealand were way back when I battled away for 15 years just to get the name cleared and so that we could get started. So now, when you come here, tell me what progress you've made and the fact that you've got this wonderful magazine.
Top class
So
presentation.
my dreams would be that one day you have your own establishment, you have your own teaching rooms, you have your own lecture rooms, you might have some rooms that you rent, you'll have your people coming in for your students to work upon, you have perhaps might have a couple of rooms rented for a business, person who wants to run their business there. But it would be an establishment.
Yeah.
It would be sponsored, it would have donations, and there would be people very interested. People throughout New Zealand should know about this new Massage New Zealand.
Yes.
There should be some way of reaching them, like I was explaining to you with a little letterhead, something, where they can give a donation to get information. You're not going to get them to pay a big donation fee just to join your Massage New Zealand.
But what you started in New Zealand, Bill, has come a long way,
Yes.
and we thank you with all our heart for you having us here and sharing your remarkable life with us.